يلا.
Internet, and welcome to the Monday Night Online Open Mic presented by the Nuyorican Poets Cafe. I'm your host for the evening. My name is Advocate of Wordz. Thank y'all for joining us today. So tonight's theme is First Kiss. First kiss is our theme for tonight. So poets could have done literally their first kiss, or their first kiss was something bad, first kiss with addiction, or their first kiss with self-love, whatever it is. You guys are poets, flip it how you want. Tonight's producer is Jason Quinones, the man with the best hair in the game. I swear to God, look him up. You'll believe me. So before we begin, real quick, we'd like to thank the NEA, the New York State Council on the Arts, the New York City Department of Cultural Affairs, Amazon Literary Partnership, and the New York Community Trust for sponsoring our free online events. You too can support us with a tax-deductible donation at nuyorican.org/contribute or via our Cash App, Nuyorican Poets Cafe. So we have 25 people on our guaranteed list, and we have some people on our waiting list. We are also streaming live on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. So if you want to join us, if you're on YouTube, on Facebook, or LinkedIn, you could join us on Zoom. You can find the link on the Nuyorican Poets Cafe's page, or the number is 279-995-364. I'm going to repeat it again before we get to our first poet, so make sure you get a pen and paper. Everyone, you have 4 minutes. Those of you who signed up, you have 4 minutes to perform your poem or your poems. If you have 2 poems, you can get it done in 4 minutes. Great. Make sure that you also have your social media handle ready, because we'd like to promote all of the artists. And I think that's it. I think I have gotten to everything in the chat. For those of you on Zoom, in the chat, I'm going to I just posted up who are the 25 guaranteed who have signed up. And I'm seeing a lot of new names on here, which I'm really excited about. New names, yeah. So make sure you follow Nuyorican on Facebook, on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, all over. Look up Nuyorican Poets Cafe. Also, I want to let you know, next week, Tuesday, I'm hosting a free workshop. It's going to be based on editing and performance. It's called Post First Draft. Now what? So you've written your first draft of your poem. Now what? We're going to go over editing tools, do's and don'ts, a bunch of tips. We're going to be going over performance. I actually went to acting school, this school called William Esper Studios in Manhattan. I loved it. Changed my performance. So we're going to go over what's called the Meisner technique. I love it. So make sure that you follow me at Advocate of Words. That is with a Z. So with that being said, our first poet who signed up representing Central Massachusetts is Christina. Let me unmute Christina. Hi, Christina. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. So did you write to the theme or do you have something else?
So actually, I usually don't tell you guys this, but I actually write something new every week. So yeah, I try hard to like write to the theme. And if I'm having some like moments, I will typically rewrite something I've previously written for the theme. So I tried.
All right, cool. I'm excited about it. Go ahead.
Okay. Close your eyes. Inhale. Exhale. Chest pain, gasping, sobbing. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Hold your breath as long as you can, thinking that that is actually going to help you settle down, darling, but it actually won't. Sighing like a pressure cooker, almost hissing like a snake, letters falling out of my mouth, never forming words. Is this what it's like to speak in tongues? I welcome panic with open arms, opening the door and taking their hand and leading them upstairs to lay down, climbing into bed because it feels safest there. I know that they're not here to stay for long, but instead stopping for a place to recharge between towns, as though I'm the only one that can provide entertainment on a road trip. Panic steals time and energy, never asking if I'm willing and able to give them the deepest parts of me. I feel like a puzzle that has gone through way too many moves, losing pieces that never seemed important until they were gone, not ruining the image, but drawing attention to minute details that would have been meaningless otherwise. I wish fear would stop coming over for breakfast on mornings that are quiet. I'd like to sit down and read without my attention being pulled to words that I can't pronounce and the words that I need to look up, wondering, am I the only one that still uses a dictionary and thesaurus still? Not that I can sound smarter, but just so that I can feel like I'm on the same page in the same book, or at least in the same section as those around me. Fear makes coffee go down too quickly, hoping that my morning will fly by, but then becoming upset when the sun has gone down and time has disappeared again, because the moon is going to rise soon and it's going to start all over. Anger dated panic for a long time. It was a relationship that was meant to be, at least for that time. They were intertwined, fingers clasped, legs wrapped up in sheets, never able to separate their lust and dislike for each other. They played the best games, meaning they actually had the ugliest hearts. Anger made Panic's tears feel like fire, grew them with gaslighting, suffocation. Thick, dark smoke filled the room, and all you could do was lay on the floor and stand still. Panic reacted, never responding, never being responsible for their actions, trying to figure out a way to make anger come over and spend the night, take control, cause disruption, cause more distractions, changing how time felt, speeding it up and then slowing it down at the same time. Anger just seems so attractive compared to panic. Fear cheated on anger with bravery, trying to figure out if there was more to life than living in the past, in shadows and sadness. Fear kissed bravery at parties, watching the sunrise, counting the stars. Fear was honest with anger because of bravery. And anger walked out because panic called. Bravery never realized how heavy things could feel until it stole the fear from my heart.
Give it up for Christina.
Woo!
Hold on.
And when I unmute you guys, make sure that you click that unmute button so that we can hear you. And let me mute everyone and then unmute Christina. Christina rocks out every week. It's fantastic. And I love following her on social media. You need to follow her on social media. Christina, where can the people follow you on social media?
My Instagram is run, sweat, eat, repeat. And I just pulled a 200-pound deadlift for the first time since March, since my car accident. And it was so exciting.
You're a beast. You're a superhero. I think
really.
they're still casting for Marvel's She-Hulk. It's gonna be on Disney Plus. That's a lot of money. You should go for it.
I don't think they actually want strong women, if we're going to be completely honest. I think they just want them to appear to be strong, but not actually be strong.
This is videotape. Now you're not gonna be able to work at Marvel. But hey, you speak your truth. I love it. Maybe it'll spark change. One more time, let the people know where they can find you.
On Instagram, it's run, sweat, eat, repeat.
Awesome. Follow Christina. Thank you, Christina. Make sure you follow Christine. She's a beast, man. Like her Instagram videos make me want to go to gym. Okay, next coming up is a new name, though I think he was with us on Thursday with La Bruja, and that is Richie. Let me unmute Richie. I love your background, man. You looking official. do you host radio shows or something? What's up?
I kind of do. Yeah, I like to dabble in a lot of the media, but I also do these online open mics as well. So I'm excited to be on tonight. I just set a reminder to sign up so I can make it on time, first of all. But
that's what's up. Where you located?
I'm in El Paso, Texas, right on the border in El Paso and Juarez, Mexico.
That's what's up.
So
Texas in the house,
that's the background,
man.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Well, you looking official, man. So go ahead, do your thing.
All right, cool. So I tried to write a little something on the theme. I was listening to, I love jazz, and so Louis Armstrong came on, and he does a song that's an Argentinian ballad based off a song called El Choclo, but his is Kiss of Fire. So this is what kind of came from that. And the beginning of the lyrics. I touch your lips and all at once the sparks go flying. Those devil lips that know so well the art of lying. And though I see the danger, still the flame grows higher. I know I must surrender to your kiss of fire. I remember rooms strewn with strangers, adorned with the weight of wandering eyes, yearning for that chance to linger, to feast on that quiet desperation, to catch another's fish hook, high wire, kerosene soaked life preserver of a glance, for just a chance of that moment where we are the only two people in all existence, burning hot quasars on the peripheries of somethingness, caught in a dance with nothingness. It's a cosmic tango over the melody of a cascading trumpet battle cry, the ever-expanding pool of the universe seeking to know itself. We are a feather and a bowling ball falling side by side in the vacuum of maybe, perhaps, not today. Count us the everyday explorers of the could-have-beens and sidewinded sing-alongs. We bring along the song of the long gone and since then rescinded. Call us the heavy-winded. Eternity, living, breathing, dying, and being reborn all over again. Eternity lived out in moments like this one, in which our eyes meet head on, like high beams in the seclusion of a pre-dawn southwest desert highway, doomed for a head-on collision of you and me, the taste of cotton candy sunrise, and the sizzle of a new day. All right, that's all I got for that.
Ooh, give it up for Richie.
Hell yeah.
Awesome.
That was Richie. Hold on. Let me mute everyone and then unmute so we can talk. There we go. Man from Texas. Where can the people find you online?
You can just look up my name, Richie Marufo, or I prefer to use Instagram, so I left my name right there, Dead Wall Reveries. It's my handle. And yeah, check it out. And my series, the Barbed Wire Open Mic series, we're out of Southwest. Come, share your stuff. Love to have you.
Awesome. Make sure that you also type it in the chat, okay? So people can copy and paste it. Thank you, Richie. That's
Appreciate
Richie.
it.
Make sure you come back on Monday night, man. So for those of you I just mentioned talking about in the chat, that's for those of us who are on Zoom. If you are watching us from LinkedIn or YouTube or Facebook and you want to join us on Zoom, the number is 279-995-364. And next coming up is a New Yorican Poets Cafe legend. He is the universe itself, and that's why I love his background. It is Paul Skiff. Paul, how are you?
Hi, can you hear?
Yep.
Sounds on? Yeah.
I hear you. There you go. How are you, Paul?
I'm not having a good day. I lost a friend over the weekend, just found out about it. So I'm trying to get past that. Don't want to spend a lot of time talking because I think I'm going to press the time limit doing this. So I'm just going to dive in.
All right, go ahead. Sorry to hear about your friend. My condolences.
Yeah, we all got to cope with that these days, I think. Believe in your inferiority, boy. Believe in your guilt. You're small. Your hair's too fine and high up on your forehead. You answer your mama too fast. Your lips are like a girl's. You are more smart than you are strong. You are faster than you are mean. You mean more than you say. You say more than we think. You are too quiet when we cut you down. You don't know your place, boy. The world's gonna push you aside. The world's gonna keep your pockets empty and drive a fist up against your heart. Believe in your inferiority. I fight from the inside out, not the outside out. My body is a doorway jammed open. My body is just the searing sweetness that comes from all ripe fruit. Light bouncing off water whispers its luminosity through my bones. The life of 2nd Street is my sanctuary. It's abandonment where I harbor my name with the senses that violence and aggression cannot steal. Birthing the sun in me is the blind man's horizon, welcomed with rhapsodies orchestrated by the earless. I was not born a living creature, but was yelled out of my mother's throat as a proclamation of freedom. In my blood, I feel the earth tilt like an animal into it's the season to leave. Migration of the universe that gave me my mouth flies beneath my flesh. Spirit's orchestra that now loudens the real life of my dreams and visions to celebrate. Sky accepts bitching, then absorbs anger into gratification. Earth swallows the corpse, then sends flesh back as diamonds. Wind gathers the building tops, then splits aluminum into music. Death with lips tautened in climax washes burial tools under my blood. The elegy I learned was the gavel cough of the poor in the street. We play the same version of Mumbly Peg with our eyes. Flip precise measures of balance, metal blades, deep respect, suspended vantage on hazard, made from portion of necessity impossible to search with fear. For all chance, I wear the grin of the space between 2 seconds, which has no name. My duration protected by the finality delivered with the speed of a blown fuse. By length of time it takes a child to grow up in their own mind, guarded by the broken edge of the half thought that rides with death to feed pure oxygen into invisibility of getting up. I love you after everyone else has fucked you. I want to arrive too late to receive the message you kiss the third rail. So loss will replace object with liberty. I want to be stolen from, that I cross back to what I was. And I could lie to you. I could lie to you and say I was Antonid Artaud's pencil, but I am red paint on the firehouse door. I could mark darkness and light around you and saying I was the blind poet Homer's cane, but I am the shadow of a rat passing over dried blood of a young MC seeped into the grains of cement on the curb in front of the New Eurekan Poets Cafe. I could caress history's passion onto your body and say I was a dark, warm stone on Sappho's vulva ring, but I am longevity in an old woman's bent spine that sent the river's voice to rhyme against the bridge. You can't prey on me. You can't prey upon an emotion invulnerable for never having been shared, so the vicious and mean profit futility where possession and ownership are confused into bright flashes by lack of purpose. Don't squint to grab at a second guess, hey, that is the human world devouring you with its cheap shit, with its brutality, with its ignorance, with enlightenment which empowers in proportion to the materialist adulation and vulgarity. Morning comes too soon. Hand down your pants before you can say no. Remaining like you like all of you, remaining like you, detached and fugitive. I too have been pulled out into the ocean year by year, but I am inventing new holidays. Don't call anyone back day. Realize happiness in being alone and not speaking a single word to anyone weak. Accumulate as much aliveness as possible that cannot be taken away from me month. Take an expensive bottle of champagne, spill a spot on the breakwater, then hurl the luxury far out into the East River under midnight in celebration for letting 100 fiery voices loose on America's Cartoon Heart Day. National, slowly insert your tongue into the ear of the person who brings an ice cube, chocolate amaretto cake, whipped cream, 2 dog collars, and to bed saying they love you night, provoking them to climax a 3rd time optional. How about international? Embrace the world in all of its horror day. Staring at the repetitious images of depredation unnecessary, because from firsthand knowledge, we know that beauty is not a thing that exists. That is right. That is right. I agree. Beauty is not a thing that exists. And if it did, it would be quarantined. Beauty is not a thing that exists, but I'll tell you something. A person can still live in it. You can't push all your sirens of emotional starvation up the vulva my mother gave me and then turn the famished arguments on. If you think you were born to rob away all my possibilities, if you think you were given some legal power to abuse and control me, if you think you can suck my brains out the side of my head, do it now. That is right. That is right. That is right. You should keep your fucking mouth shut.
Paul Skiff, give it up for Paul. Let me mute everyone, and I should be able to unmute yourself, Paul. Go ahead. Let the people know where they can find you, Paul.
I'll just put that in the chat, the website. Thank you. Sorry for taking up so much time.
It's all right.
I'm just here to get boosted off everybody else, and I really need it tonight. So bring it on. I really need you to put it out. Thanks again, Advocate. Thanks to the cafe and everybody behind the screen there producing this. This is as I always say, it's very curative. So I'm happy to be here with all you.
Thank you, Paul. Paul Skiff. Check in the Zoom chat for his website, paulskiff.com. And I have to quote Ray Jane here. She said that if I feel like if the city could speak, it would sound like Paul Skiff. And I happen to agree. Okay, next up, coming out from LA is Alexander Goldberg.
Yes, I'm
Alexander,
here.
How are you?
Good, thank you. I feel good about the tonight's theme. It brings back a lot of memories and emotions.
Awesome. Well, I'm ready to hear. Go ahead, man. Get into it.
All right. So this story takes place in Australia at the United States Naval Base during the World War II. The title of my poem is The First and Last Kiss. Okay. We were in our beds when Dean started to talk. He told me, let's go. It's a 1-hour walk. He said, girls are great. They will treat us with food. Come with me, because there's nothing better to do. So I told him, Dean, I'm just not gonna go. If you were in trenches, there's one thing you'd know. You would understand. There's no breaks in a war. I'm sorry, my friend, but my answer is no. I heard Dean respond in an offended tone. Stop lecturing me. I'm not going alone. If I go alone, it just won't be the same. Besides, I had promised to come with a friend. And also, he said, I would need you to help. Roof rods, broken fence, I can do it myself. You say you're not going? Not helping me then? I get it. You want to abandon a friend. I told him, you're lying. He told me, come on. He told me, if I can do more giant turns, then you won't go. If I can't, you can stay. Just come and compete with me. What do you say? I said, let me be. And he told me, I knew it. I took it as insult and said I would do it. I lost in that challenge, so I had to go. A man of my word, I just couldn't say no. We walked many miles, but then we arrived. Fate opened the door and she let us inside. Then brought milk and chocolate and also the stew. Fate snapped us and said she would go and get Drew. I asked, what to fix here? I'm ready to work. Dean said, it's all done, so just sit and don't talk. I told him, you lied to me, so I am leaving. He said, if you leave, you will hurt the girl's feelings. I told him, you'd be better off on your own. As I turned to leave, Drew and Faith came back home. They asked where I'm going. Dean told them to smoke. Faith said, smoke inside, so we drank and we spoke. I was feeling awkward, so I chose to stay. We sat at the table and sang songs all day. Drew told me Faith had a fiancé, he's dead. My boyfriend has also been buried, she said. Then Faith asked me, Ray, why are you looking so sad? I told, there's a war. Many people are dead. Drew said, war has started when I was 16. Thereafter, Faith left to the bedroom with Dean. Drew asked me a question, if I had a girl. I told her that I'm all alone in this world. She told me, I have never been with a man. I told her I'm sorry, and I understand. But also, there's one thing that you need to know. I may relocate any day, and if so, we won't see each other again after this. She said, I don't care, and she gave me first kiss. I told her, we won't see each other again if enemy missile would shoot down my plane. I liked her and smiled, but I wanted to frown. She said, I need love, and I need it right now. Next morning we left, and we quickly got back. We learned that our base is now under attack. I got on my plane, and I soared to the sky. My plane was shut down. Now I'm left here to die. I want you to know that I have sunk a boat. I'm hero right now. I deserve the reward. I'm close to my death, and I cannot escape it. If I'd stay alive, then we would celebrate it. I know that I'm dying. I'm bleeding right now. There's no one to help, because there's no one around. And so as I'm dying, I'm thinking of you. You gave me a moment of happiness, Drew. Please read my last message, and it goes like this. I write to the lady who gave me first kiss. It's first and last letter I'm leaving to Drew. Remember our first kiss and last kiss. Adieu.
Give it up for Alexander. Make sure that y'all are muting yourself, because someone like Roz I see is like going all in with the snapping, but then when I see her muted, we're not hearing you, Roz. You're burning your energy. All right, let me unmute Alexander. Alexander, where can the people follow you online?
Okay, so on Instagram it's Gorbansky. On Facebook it's Alexander Goldberg 35, and on Twitter it's Gon15. I'll post right now.
Thank you, Alexander. Alexander stayed killing it on Monday night and Thursday night. We love him here at the New York. Love it. Stays doing like this history twist all around global. Like I'm picking up his rhythm and pattern. All right, next is the apple of my eye, and that is no one other than Catherine. Go ahead, Catherine. You should be able to unmute yourself.
Hey, Adv. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Well, I'm okay. I almost ditched it because I wasn't feeling well today, but I knew I'd get value, and I already have. And I actually wrote something for this.
Yes. Yeah. Am I going to be a little jealous?
Maybe.
All right.
Ready?
All right. I'm going to mute myself and prepare myself. Go ahead.
Okay. It's more of a prose piece. I was going to try to make a poem, but this is what came out, and it's very personal, so I'm feeling a little nervous, but that's what this is for. First kiss. My first kiss with God happened when I was about 6 years old. Aunt Dee, as we used to call her, was a Christian Scientist. She wasn't actually my real aunt, but she was the first human to let me know God loved me. She also gave me my first and only Holy Bible, which I still have today. It has gold gilt edges and a black leather cover. My first kiss with a guy was so unmemorable I can't even recall it. Perhaps it was back when, and a one-way street with, a photo of Johnny Crawford in 17 magazine. He was a big crush for me. For those too young to remember, he was the son of Chuck Connors, the Rifleman, a Western series, 1958, in black and white. I was mad about Johnny Crawford for years. That is, until the Beatles arrived on the scene. Then it was all over for Johnny, because no one could possibly match the experience of first seeing the Beatles on the Ed Sullivan Show, also in black and white. The Ed Sullivan Show was a must-see tune-in every Sunday night at 6 p.m. West Coast time. When the Beatles hit the stage, they were spellbinding. I remember their impact to this day, as did every other girl in the world who instantly fell crazy mad in love with all of them right there on the spot in that one single New York minute. The Beatles, unlike Elvis, hit us right in the heart center. Romance! It was like an instant Godsmack, and we all needed it so bad. The first time my mother kissed me, I don't remember it at all. But she must have kissed me as a baby, even though I never felt she really loved me. What I do remember of her kisses is when she'd come into my bedroom to say goodnight, drunk off her ass and in a rage, planting a big wet kiss on my ear, which always felt like an icky, odd assault. I would prefer not to be able to remember those uncomfortable moments when I retracted with an involuntary silent ew in my head, while my entire body physically recoiled at ew. There was one time I can remember hearing my mother telling me that she really did love me. I was 17, and it was the one time I actually believed her. The first time my birth father kissed me is also locked somewhere deep in my memory, but I now know he loved me and loves me still, even though I didn't get to grow up with him in Brazil, and even though he is no longer alive. He grew up with a father who taught him men aren't supposed to cry or show emotions, a very old school way of being masculine and showing strength. So the first time I cried in front of him, he held me and said, no, don't cry, but I couldn't help it. I had traveled all the way to Brazil to be with him and my stepmother and half-sister. It was a strange and new land and rather scary, so I clung to him as if my life depended on that hug, which it did, because I hadn't had any male figures in my life to ever just hug. That first visit, he and his wife, the evil stepmother, both took me to the airport to see me off back to America. He gave me another powerful hug, and I felt all of his love in that hug. That was also the first time his bitch of a third wife, the evil stepmother, stepped in and took it right away from me, enveloping me in one of her false evil stepmother hugs, sucking up any remnants of my father's loving goodbye and absorbing it into herself like a vampire succubus who was just plain jealous, which is exactly what she was, a vampire succubus. She was always so nice to me the times I went down to Rio to visit when he was still alive, but the 2 times I visited after his death showed me her true colors. She treated me with false love and bitchiness, demeaning me at certain pivotal times, and I never trusted her again. My first kiss with an actual grown man happened so back, it's not even important, although I know I spent my entire childbearing years in constant search of that perfect illusory kiss and my father's love, which of course I never got from any real living man. I have always been looking for that perfect formative love I never received on a consistent basis as a child from my own birth father. The second time I was truly godsmacked and truly felt the kiss of God was when I first saw my to-be spiritual teacher, not actually even met yet, just saw. He entered the big school classroom where they used to hold weekly Sunday satsangs. All he did was look over at me as he entered, but he stared at me with such a deep intensity, I immediately burst into tears, and that was that. He was like Jesus in the flesh. It was such an unexpected and totally mind-blowing God kiss, and it just floored me. I hung out with him starting in 1977 and remained connected until he left his body in October of 2018, and I am still connected to him on the etheric plane because he is always with me. Now I am finally and at last learning how to love myself and to be in love with myself in healthy ways. I no longer look to the outer world for the validation of my first kiss, as I have realized the only real kiss is the one given me by God, and which is available to me 24/7 whenever I take the time to go within. I also kiss my higher self in my own mind, throwing caution to the wind because I do love myself, and I'm learning to allow myself to slowly let it in as much as I can. No more tears or fear of self, no more shutting me out to me. It sure beats being kissed by a sloppy, slobbering drunk.
Give it up for Catherine.
Hold on. Wow.
Yeah?
Killed it. You went everywhere with that one, Catherine. I love it. Ged, you should be able to unmute yourself now.
Hi.
There we go. You went everywhere with that. I loved it. I loved it. Where can the people follow you online?
If you look at my name, I'm on Facebook, Catherine Bidan. I have a photo website. I'm on SoundCloud. but you'd have to email me on Facebook because it's a different name. And I have my own YouTube channel, also my name.
Please make sure you put everything in the Zoom
That's
chat, okay?
They can see your name, right? They can see our names up here?
Yep,
Okay.
they can see it.
I'm going to give them credit for reading. Okay.
Thank you, Catherine. Appreciate it. That was Catherine. All right, next coming up is where Diane Ward. She was on last night. There we go. Should be able to unmute yourself, Diane. Hey, how are you?
Okay, how are you?
I'm good. I'm glad that you came back.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I
Awesome.
used your
You did.
kiss.
Nice. Okay.
Okay. Play chess, dominoes, Go, Ludo, or Mancala? Trusting a world with some doubt, fear yet hope is called trepidation, I think. No crystal ball to the future, no tea leaves to read. Isn't it so true? My first kiss with you is all that really mattered. Being loved and giving, taking and building, backward steps towards forward thinking, taking pride in being comforting, listening sometimes and selectively hearing, and preaching, assuming and nurturing. Truly, only because of our Big Bang, resounding in the universe, the whole universe, was because my first kiss with you is all that matters. In the universe, in the cosmos, what was that really, really mattered? That first Big Bang. Chain reaction, physics and crumble, attempt, reapply, savor and gloat over the win, shrug or pretend to shrug off the loss. First move, chess or checkers, dominoes and love. And through life's journey, all the sighs and the sights and the joys and the challenge and the love and disappointments and reconsidering and being flexible, literally and figuratively. There was no holding back in that first kiss. Subsequent kisses didn't disappoint. When
Diane, I think we lost you.
Can't go anywhere. Before you play board, change, play power games. Genderless, all moves are powerful pieces. Each are played strategically. So love the pawn and invoke the kisses erase all points rule. Some of life matches or likes and dislikes. I'll connect the dots. Connectors, but not without that first kiss. The first kiss was part of that journey's ticket, the long ride, the unknown, the life smack to shared lives, and seeded a beautiful another. With all that, what still really matters is that first kiss. You may have had to make many. That's life, that's living, that's risking, that's chance, and that's like turning to love. You win, you learn, no matter the consequence. There are books written about your moves, my moves, strategically when to apply that killer move, that maneuver, that first kiss. Whatever strategy you know, you strategize through life, loves, and woes. Trust in that first kiss. The ticket to the journey of love, life, and shatter trepidation each time. Whose move?
Give it up for Diane. I loved it. Even people in the chat, they were talking about that. They love the rhythm you built with that first kiss. You should be able to unmute yourself. There we go. Diane, where can the people find you online?
I'm going to keep you hungry so that when I get back, I will let you know. I'm going to keep you hungry now, okay?
I got you, Diane Ward. Thank you, Diane.
Thank you.
So Diane's actually a friend with Ron, who I just found out today. That's what's up, Ron. Keep coming through with people. Next coming up is Monique McPherson. Where? Oh, I just saw Monique. Where is she? Oh, there she is, out in England. Hi, Monique. How are you?
Hi, I'm fine, thank you. Hi from the UK.
Yes. I appreciate you staying up late for us. So, and
Yes,
I
it's
love
very late.
and I love the painting in the background too. It's like almost 2 a.m. for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
You a trooper. You a trooper. So I'm gonna mute myself. I'm gonna let you do your thing. Go ahead.
Thank you. Well, I don't know if there was a theme. I'm hearing about kisses. If there's a theme, I didn't do it. Okay.
You didn't do the theme. Oh,
I didn't do the
okay.
theme.
It's
No.
okay. It's all right.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So this is called Birdie. Come on, sweet, I said. You can help me look. There's 3 more things that we have lost. My keys, your brush, my book. My Birdie is her nickname. My daughter's only 4. Yet she can name so many birds, some 200 or more. Let's look inside the ottoman. Let's look under my bed. We'll even check the bread bin. Go look behind the bread. So many things have gone astray since last month or so. I can't tell Mum I lost her brooch. Where did my bracelet go? My Birdie helped me hunt around, flapping her arms with grace, practicing her bird song while we searched around the place. No keys and I can't drive my car to take you to Nanny's today. We've checked the house except for your room. Let me help you tidy away. Her bedroom was a sea of toys. She couldn't ask for more, but everything was strewn about. You couldn't see the floor. Come on, let's work together. You've boxes for all of these. I picked up doll Jemima, Teddy, Poochie, and my keys. I put Dolly in her dollhouse, little sailor in his boat. Mr. Potato Head was under the bed, next to my remote. I found my mother's precious brooch. I found a knife and fork. I gave my girl a puzzled look. She gave a guilty squawk. I found the dressing up doll with hair and lashes lush, was laying on top of my pinky ring and also Birdie's brush. A plastic chocolate vendor, when I switched it on, spat out my blingy choker that I didn't know had gone. Birdie's rosy rabbit toy that I used to find endearing didn't look so cute today because she wore my earring. We tidied up in silence. I gathered up bear and fox, and all the other missing things were in my Birdie's box. You know you shouldn't take things, so Birdie, tell me why. With teary eye, her bold reply, not Birdie, but magpie. I know that you don't want me. I know you go on dates. The babysitter always says that you will be out till late. And when you find someone to love and you tell me bye-bye, I'll be okay. As what do you say? There's plenty more birds in the sky. He'll take you away and he'll hold your hand and you'll be his bit of fluff. And if you're not my mum anymore, at least I'll have your stuff.
Give it up for Monique.
Oh, wow.
I'm so happy now.
Thank you.
That was awesome. Let me unmute Monique. She could speak. Monique, let the people know where they can find you online.
Just my email. It's warriormum, capital W, warriormum at protonmail.com. And
Awesome.
it's mum, M-U-M, UK mum.
UK mom, awesome. Thank you for staying up, Monique. I'm gonna be selfish and ask you to do it again next week. Hopefully.
I'll try.
Okay. Thank you. That was Monique. Also, so yeah, the theme for tonight is First Kiss. If you guys follow me at Advocate of Wordz, and when you spell words, it's with a Z, I put up the themes there. Also, next week's theme, I'm looking for poems or a prose poem that starts with what happened was, and for those of you who like from New York City, especially, that's like a New York thing. What happened was that's when we go to explain something, like our excuse to get out of something. So, but you flip it how you want. You're poets. You flip it how you want. So, with that being said, next up is Paul Conqueso, but I don't see Paul, and he is always around. So hopefully he's okay. He just couldn't make it. So next up, though, is Max C, and I don't see Max C. Kai, where's Max? Max, where? You're waving your hand saying Max is there. I'm gonna unmute Kai. Kai, where's Max?
Should be in an orange square that
Got
says
him.
Max.
Got him. Yep. Got him now. And unmute.
I don't know how my video is because I just turned it in because I turned it on because I wasn't. Anyways.
Well, we can see you and we can hear you. Okay, cool. And you know, making fun of my dad jokes. Good. We're learning. Go ahead, Max.
This time.
Yeah, go ahead, rock out.
This time you're safe. Let's see if I can actually find my poems. I am so unprepared. Oh God. I have two, one that is extremely short and then one that's a bit longer. I'm just gonna pull up the pictures of it. First kiss. In the dark, cuddling, friends unsure of direction, forehead against chest. Unable to see, face turned only to the sound of a whispered question. Can I kiss you? And then the longer poem. I'm hoping that this was my last first kiss. The kind of fingers intertwine, nervous grin first kiss that turns into nuzzled necks and laughter and ever-present easiness. It's funny how fast a kiss turns into home, how fast a person becomes home, how much I want to be by her side, to feel that safety and warmth and laughter that shines like the sun to my sunflower, honeybee to my bumblebee. I may be a bit bumbling, but she's always sweet to me. No honeyed words, just truth and love and lilacs growing from my ribs. As each kiss presses against my lips, it only cements it, roots curling deeper into my chest, and it's not always easy, but when the thunderstorms rumble, we hold each other closer, talk it out to take the sting out of lightning, and I trust us to weather the storm and be each other's last first kiss.
Give it up for Max.
I love you, baby.
Love you too, Kai.
Oh, Max got an I love you. I have never gotten an I love you after I do a poem. I'm super jealous, man. Y'all gotta send me love. Oh, my kid's calling me. I'm gonna have to call him back. So, Max, let the people know. Dad joke. See, my kid's calling. He's like, there's the disturbance in the ether, Dad. Someone doesn't like your dad jokes. Go ahead, Max. Let the people know where they can find you online.
I finally decided that I didn't want to go through the awkwardness of trying to describe my handle, so I just made it my
There it is.
What's your name this time? Wow. It's at MaxieBoy_poetry.
Awesome. Thank you, Max. Appreciate you. Make sure I'll also put it in the chat too. So, real quick, I want to say the Zoom ID again: 279-995-364. 279-995-364. I saw some of you on Facebook asking for it, so letting you know. Okay, next coming up is Mr. Tessa. I hope I'm saying that right. I keep trying to say it right, man. Let me unmute him. We're gonna find out. Gad, you should be able to unmute yourself, brother. There we go. Tessa Somok.
Ready?
Yeah.
It's Tessa Somok.
Tessa Somok.
Mok.
Okay, Mok. Got it. How are you?
Good, and yourself?
I'm good. You're in Texas too, right?
No, hell no.
Where are you? You're in Cali?
I'm in California, Uberales, man.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I don't know why I thought Texas. I'm sorry, brother.
No, it's just the big belt buckle that I wear that radiates poetry, you know.
All right, go ahead, man. I'm gonna mute myself. I'm gonna let you rock out. Go ahead.
Rawhide. This piece is titled, I'm gonna do two short pieces. This piece is titled Playing Roulette. Click, click. I think I finally detached. I started to shut down the bleeding. Click, click. I think I was in denial. I had walked through town from house to house, bleeding myself out, bleeding my soul for some kind of salvation. Click, click. I wanted to restore my stolen dignity I had lost in self-delusion and belief that someone had my best interests, my denied dignity. Click, click. I was blasted into reality. Somewhere I had been living a mirrored life. Someone had stolen me and I was parodying me, parodying my soul and my power. Click, click. There was this reoccurring dream where I lost my beloved, that she willing had made herself disappear. I would stretch myself in grief to find her. Click, click. One day there was this person who was not my mirror other. It was an alter other. I said, who are you? I don't recognize you anymore. Click, click. She was the thief, the murderer, the executioner, an inquisitor under cover of night, stole itself, assumed the new master. Such is the Episcopalian hypocrisy, the lambasted chaplain playing the facade of authenticity. Click, click. I've been laying in this bed, unable to stop the forthcoming nervous breakdown, the total collapse of my regime of signs, the ultimate signifiers toppling on themselves like dominoes. And I have these 4 horsemen, a Ruger 9mm, a 38 Smith & Wesson Special, a Colt 45, and a Mossberg 500 shotgun. Click, click. In my disassociated state, I'm fumbling the 4 horsemen, deciding which one would leave the smallest amount of cleanup, the smallest amount of splatter, or was it better to go out with one of those Rorschach blots? Click, click. Which one of these horsemen would bring me back my humility, my dignity robbed in the shadows of deceit, my faith in Christianity, my self-worth, my faith in myself, my ultimate judgment? Click, click, bang, bang.
Give it up for Mr. Tessa Somok. Clap, 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 clap.
All right, so this was a short one to go out. So
hold on. You gotta unmute yourself. Yeah, you said you have a short one?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
So a couple of stanzas. It's called simulacra. Simulacra are copies of things that no longer have an original or never had one to begin with. I want to end up in your arms, not in some self-referential tautology buried in between your blossom erect breast, not in some imagined nor professed carnality, to take your breath deep in my lungs, only compelled to exhale by desire to continue life. Breathe your essence from the back of your shoulders and feel the sweet scent of yourself break through the trunks of my bronchial trees. Have you bear fruit on the branches of my alveolar sacs, the membranes between you and me reduced to chemotropic topologies, weakened nets torn by mutually induced chemical opiates. There can be no more beyond the desire to produce the reduction in resistance for our forsaken biology. Thank you.
One more time, give it up for Mr. Tessa Somok. Let me mute everyone and then unmute him real quick. Unmute yourself and let everyone know where they can find you online.
All right, folks, you can catch me at Gaseous 2019, which is my book, and then I'll put the link to my book, Gaseous, on the chat. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Mr. Tessa Somok. I'm gonna have to keep practicing that name, man. I love that name, but I gotta get it right. I gotta say it right. All right, next coming up is Kai Brackens. Go ahead, Kai. Second time we're hearing you today. You helped me first. So
yes, because I know
/ open micer. That's what you are today. You're the host / open micer. So, real quick, I see you, Chance. What's up, Chance? I love you. I see Chance. I had to shout him out. I see him going on and on in the.
Yes, he's calling everyone. I was like, hey.
Yeah. He. I don't know what's up with him today. Maybe he's feeling a little under the weather. He's being super nice. So, and shout out to Raul Rios. I see you. And now I'm going to mute myself. Do your thing, Kai.
All right. So this is called The kissing experiment. This is some new shit. I wrote it today because I keep like postponing writing my poems until like the day of. I don't know why. So this is called the kissing experiment. My first kiss went a little like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. When you're little, everything is an experiment, a test to understand ages we haven't quite reached yet, but someday will. Even first kisses are an exploration of an unfamiliar lack of space, breath held and eyes wide open. I was 6 at the time, wrote down my hypothesis in a Hello Kitty notebook and grasped at straws trying to piece together the outcome. Would sparks fly? A weight in my stomach turn into butterflies, or would I feel lightheaded, like oxygen leaving as I crossed the void of a 6 years old definition of unfathomable? I was just a kid trying to understand what it meant to play adult and play the role the movies had hyped up for centuries. It was my best friend's birthday to set the scene. And as she was eating her second cupcake, I put that plan into motion behind the slide. Her brother, who was a year older, positioned to stand straight, eyes closed. And then with lips pressed, unmoving and still, eyes open, waiting for sparks, I began to count, breath held in my throat. 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to 12. My child's mind, that's how long real kisses lasted. Around second 6, something should have happened. And when I felt nothing, I began to realize that first kisses ain't shit. But I wasted mine on an experiment that yielded nothing more but inconclusive results when most kids wait to share theirs with another who's reaching for that new frontier at the same time. And after our parents had caught us and the laughter ensued and died away like the applause at the end of a performance, I figured that kisses only belonged in movies and between married people. I learned later that 12 seconds is too long to just stand there, and that kisses should move like souls trying to touch each other through our skins. It was freshman year before I kissed anyone again, and the next 2 boys lined up believing they would be my first, relieved that they would be my first. See, I always saw the anxiety in their eyes when they asked me if they would be trailblazing in unknown territory with me, knowing that if I said no, they would be worried that I would be able to pinpoint everything they were lacking. So I said yes, they were. And they seemed so confident, and honestly, I hated kissing them. The first, not the worst, but I was still too young to want to meet his passion and heat with my own because I was still too young for that kind of kissing. The second one, the guy I dated for about 1.5 years, kissing him was always a mix of irritating pecking and feeling him trying to swallow me whole, trying to pry me apart with his tongue. And I started to use any other part of myself as an excuse in order to avoid kisses that felt wrong on my mouth. And every guy after them, I told them even if they weren't my first, they were my best. You know, scientific theory isn't always right the first time, acting as their consolation prize as I choked back kiss after kiss, experimenting time and time again, trying to find the right solution. And when I still had a hard time finding it, I began to wonder if I was the wrong variable in every mixture, and somehow my scientific observations of every test were always contaminated by my own presence. It made me begin to wonder if I just didn't like kissing. And then I met you, the undiscovered element in this compound completing my periodic table, and I'm not much of a love poet. I'm too logical for that shit. But Max, my love, you were the apple in my theory of gravity. Your kiss kind of just hit me, made me believe in the unseen chemistry of lips meeting for the first time between souls that finally seemed to touch past bone and flesh, transcending atom and string theory by reaching each other. Made kissing feel more like atomic bomb, growing and fusing, raising like power of this nuclear energy until we explode like stars and become cosmic heat sweltering against sweet lips. Darling, I'm a little too scientific for my own good most days. And with you, I try to write out the best formula, any kind of equation that would equal success. But you were my bacteria in the petri dish. You see, I didn't know you were going to be life-saving someday until you were growing roots in me already. Your kiss, a breath of healing, the antibiotic that would save me from bacteria-induced heart failure. I figured that out in the backseat of your car on the first date when I was kissing you like you were the vital nutrients I had been missing. And I usually don't kiss and tell, baby, but you might not be my first. And I know you already know that. Believe me when I refuse to say you are the best, it is because you are. I just don't want to use a past lie to prove the truth. That your kisses feel like walking on the moon and touching stardust, and I don't know how many other ways to say it, but please know. You're not my first kiss, but damn it, I hope you are my last. You're no longer just a theory for me. Your kiss, our love, our forever, to me has become a proven fact.
Give it up for Kai.
Brave.
Yeah, Kai.
You like him and you kissed him.
That's not necessary.
Chance, he's in a good mood today. Unmute yourself, Kai. Listen, Jason Quinones is our show producer, and what he does when you go back and you watch the highlights, he goes between like gallery and who's ever performing like a single view so you can see them. If I was producing the show, every time Kai performed, I would highlight Max because Max is over there blushing. I love it. So yeah, Kai, let the people know where they can find you online.
All right, y'all. So you can find me on Facebook at Kylie Brackens, or you can find me on IG at 2 accounts, either Kylie2001, which is my main account, my general one, or Kai_Loud Fat Mix Poet, also on IG. That is my poetry account, and I'm working on updating it more often. Thank you.
Please do, and make sure that you post it in the Zoom chat too, so people could copy and paste. Thank you, Kai. That is Kai. And for those of you who are new, Kai and Max are a couple, and that's why we pick on Max, because Max always blushes every time Kai writes poems or shares a poem about him. Okay, real quick, it is the top of the hour, which means I'd like to thank the NEA, the New York State Council on the Arts, the New York City Department of Cultural Affairs, Amazon Literary Partnership, and the New York Community Trust for sponsoring our free online events. You can support us with a tax-deductible donation at nuyorican.org/contribute or via Cash App, Nuyorican Poets Cafe. So we are moving along very nicely. And next coming up also, if you want to sign up for the Thursday night open mic, you do that on Wednesday night at 9 p.m. and La Bruja hosts it on Thursdays at 9. And you can do music, hip hop, comedy, poetry, whatever you like. So, and if you want to sign up for the Monday night online open mic, you would do so on the Nuyorican Poets website, and you would do that at 9 p.m. Eastern. So with that being said, got the bills paid and out of the way. I'm now going to bring on someone who's been with us for like 5-6 weeks, but he's just like lurking in the background and giving support. And he's like, yo, I'm ready to share a little something. And that is our new friend of the show, Umberto. Umberto, what's going on, man? You should be able to unmute yourself.
Can everybody hear me? Can you hear me?
He's got a voice. How are you, Umberto?
I'm good. How are you, Advocate?
I'm good. Where are you located?
Right now, I'm in Long Island, but I live in Harlem, New York.
Oh, okay. Awesome. All right, man. You ready to do your thing?
Hopefully. I'm kind of nervous. This is my first time performing, so if I slur my words or, choke a little bit, I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. You got to start somewhere, man. Enjoy yourself. You know how you've been watching how the community is. Super supportive. So go ahead. Do your thing.
All right. Thank you. When the first time I laid my eyes on you, I just knew I had to have you. You took my breath away. Come hide away. Let's enjoy this day. When we first spoke, you left me speechless, heedless to say. Our first kiss made me shiver, quiver like a river. Bring your lips closer so I can deliver. Let me be your caregiver. Our first kiss felt like fire within my bones, turning it into a milestone. First time we laid together, fate felt like our bodies were set on fire. First time we held hands, felt like we was on the moon. I'm the first to remember her birthday in June. First time we hugged, felt like I was hugging angels from the heavens above. Thank you.
Give it up for Umberto.
My guy.
Umberto comes out of the shadows to drop some poetry for us. Hold on, let me unmute him. Gad, you should be able to unmute yourself, Umberto.
Hey, what's up?
That's what's up, man. I like the Angels line. That's what's up. Let the people know where they can follow you online.
On Facebook, you can find me at Umberto Marte. You can find me as Umberto Marte. On IG, you could follow me as Chase Dreams 125. I mean Chase Dreams _125.
Oh, whoops! Someone say that again. Someone was unmuted by accident. One more time.
Chase Dreams _125. That's IG.
Awesome. Make sure you put it in the Zoom too, so that people could copy and paste it.
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you, Umberto. I appreciate you, brother.
Thank you.
That was Umberto. Yo, and like I said, for like 5-6 weeks, maybe even longer, he's just laying in the background, got his video on, and he's vibing out to all of you. We've actually got a couple of people who've been doing that. So I love the fact that he got to rock and he came on. So next coming up is Ray Jane, who I think got a website. Ray Jane, do you have a website?
I do have a website. I have a website now.
And what would that website be?
Great question, Advocate. It's actually rayjane.com. It's rayjane.com. You know, it's rayjane.com.
What a coincidence, because right there on your name, it says it's rayjane.com. Oh my, that is amazing. I'm glad you got a website. I'm going to check it out after this. But for now, I'm going to mute myself. I'm going to let you rock out. Go ahead, Ray.
All right, bet. First of all, what's up? Love y'all. Glad to be here with y'all. All right, so the prompt today was first kiss. But I wrote about a kiss that shouldn't happen. We are bound by sugarcane exports. His retorts sounding like old tongue in his beautiful mouth. His heart, my couch, he comfy. We aligned, he tracking me monthly. Twisting his pitch to my main line, he got me ovulating. Ovaries betraying me, pushed by evolutionary desire to exist outside of oneself. His heart on legs, our souls beg for each other, tying themselves together, nodding around forever, intending to transcend history. He reaches into me, touches me so deeply I foresee his future growing inside me. He might be bae or Abraham, but if he Jesus, I'll visit him 3 times. I'm Nicodemus. First, we just review his syllabus, see what he trying to teach me. Then we practice verbal jujitsu, his reminders to listen before I judge, palpable yet gentle. And lastly, after crucifying our past, we embalm our mistakes with spicy kisses, preparing them as one body for burial. Every time he resurrects, he feels like suddenly selfless and moving like he prayed over me, beginning to grow giddy. We sow ourselves, seeding one another time and time again. We levitate above friends. We evaporate, become gaseous with stormy sentiments, then condense, hot and wet, and then thunder, lightning hit us, and from the right angle we refract a spectrum of wonder. I don't quite Know just what spell we are under, the vibrations of which twist with grabbing winds, untether my hips when our barometer rises and dips, coming together so we so cumulus. Must have been some wicked kiss that cursed us like this, but not entirely wicked. Maybe it's the altitude that makes him want to jump out the plane for me, and me want to be his parachute. He coming closer to me. Nothing between us but space and opportunity. Hurtling past 0G, his love soon, sonic booming. Neither seem to see Earth lassoing us with gravity, pulling us apart. Just in time to react, separating just in time, narrowly escaping moral impact.
Give it up for Ray Jane.
Queen.
Get it, Ray.
Ooh.
Had to get that boo in. Chance had to get that boo in. And I love the fact that y'all keep switching it up, man. Ray, please let the people know where they can find you.
So, great question. Again, advocate. It's rayjane.com. That's where you can find me. It's rayjane.com. It has information about my Instagram, my blog, my SoundCloud. It's all there.
Yes. And I got to interview Ray Jane last week for my radio show. So y'all better check that out. Follow Ray Jane. Go check her out. She's awesome, as you can see. And that voice, man, it's the voice. Michael Jordan had the sneakers. Ray Jane got the voice. Thank you, Ray. Appreciate you.
Thank you, advocate. Love y'all.
That was Ray Jane. Next, coming to us from the Bronx is Roz. Wait, oh, there she is. Roz, you're just like popping on screen tonight. Oh, wait. Try to unmute yourself again.
Okay. Can y'all
There
hear
you-
me?
Yep, you are popping on. You are radiant tonight. And I saw a bunch of people in the chat going on about it. So
Thank you.
I thought you were going to miss tonight. I'm glad that you didn't. But
Nope.
Okay.
It's not happening. I don't care what I have to do, but it's not happening.
all right, cool. We'll talk later. For now, you rock
Yep.
out. Go ahead.
So this is First Kiss with a Spin. It's called Happy Place. Countless times I begged the universe for a pause button, for time to do what I wanted to do instead of what I had to do. For a happy place where I could unpack, put my responsibilities on the shelf or a rack and just be. Where I could share parts of me shamelessly, a place that would breathe life into first loves turned into hobbies, and make beauty out of tragedies, where we could all feed off of each other's energy, give and take simultaneously, a place with great potential, where healing was monumental, a garden of hope, new growth, new opportunities, new connections, a space where the pens bleed from love, loss, heartbreak, and transformations, where strangers become familiar faces, a platform where words allow us to trade places, a space where it's okay to feel awesome, to share, to relate, to blossom. It's been a while since I flirted with a love quite like this one. So long since my heartbeat danced to this rhythm. This feels like my first kiss with freedom, bonding through art, poetry, music, or simply speaking. I thank my lucky stars for the New Yorican.
Give it up for Roz. Giving it up for
Yeah. Like that one. Yeah.
Loved it. I love that one. And you should be able to unmute yourself, Roz. There you go. I love that, Roz. And you all decked out too. And we got that recorded forever and ever. Ooh, I love it. So, Roz, where can the people follow you online?
So on Instagram, I am Through Her Big Brown Eyes. I will put that in the chat for those of you who don't follow me yet. I also have Through Her Big Brown Eyes.
That was such a Bronx thing you did right there. Like to give them that hint to lean on them. For those of you who don't follow me yet, oh, I love it. Go ahead, Roz. Go ahead.
Only because, you know, I see familiar faces all the time, but through herbigbrownyes.com is also my website. I have to work on updating it. That's my fault, but I have been writing a lot more, so it's gonna get there. Thank you guys so much. That was my little, I guess, my little ode to the Nuyorican Poets Cafe, since it has become the spot throughout this whole pandemic. So I needed, this is my little appreciation piece.
No, that and I appreciate that. I appreciate it, Roz. Through her big brown eyes, and look at that, she's got that on her account as well. Roz through her big brown eyes. Thank you, Roz.
Thank you.
Make sure that you guys check it out through herbigbrownyes.com and on all the social media platforms. Next is Brian Franco. Shout out to Scott Pleasant. I see you. Shout out. Oh, there was someone else, and I think she just left. Oh, no, Karen Scott. I see you giving energy. Thank you. Shout out to, like I said, Scott Pleasant. So, oh, there's Brian Franco. I didn't see him before, and now I'm going to unmute him. He should be able to unmute himself. Hey, Brian, what's going on, man? How are you?
Shalom from Brunswick, Maine. I'm doing okay. I signed up for your thing.
Oh, for my workshop.
Yes, I did Peggy's workshop today, which was incredible. So
I heard it was really good. So I'm excited.
I haven't done workshops in years, and so this was really a good thing for me. So I have 2 little love poems because of your theme, and I never do love poems. So this is the first one is an old one. I found this book of love poems by a woman named Merlene Radcliffe in a store in New Orleans. It was from the 1800s, and I wrote a love poem to her, which is called Kiss. And here we go, Kiss. I can tell by your poetry that you are a good kisser. I can tell by the way you blink during pauses, the way you close your eyes after certain lines, the way you sigh every time you sigh. You are not a fan of sloppy kisses. No, you are a purveyor of the sweet, soft, gentle kiss. Even your hard kisses are soft and gentle. When you bite my lower lip, it tickles. When we kiss, the goddess of silence screams so passionately, Aurora Borealis covers her ears. And though I shall never know your kiss, when I read your poetry, I hear your voice, how your every breath respects your thoughts and provokes words to come alive on page and give a sweet, soft, gentle kiss. Thank you. And I'm going to do another piece called The Avenue A Incident. We were walking down Avenue A. You touched my shoulder, ran your hand down my arm, past my elbow, and entangled your fingers into mine, leaned in to kiss me on the cheek, but instead gave my ear a nibble and whispered, I am so in love with you. I had already fallen in love with you, and that night I fell again. A chasm made of everything that you are opened, and I jumped in, and to this day I have never stopped falling in love with you. I fall in love with you every time you say I love you. I fall in love with you when you fall asleep next to me. I fall in love with you when you wake me with a gentle kiss, and my being is infused with the fresh mountain air of a York peppermint patty. I fall in love with you when you tell me what I cook needs salt. I fall in love with you when you tell me I should open a restaurant. I fall in love with you because you know mangoes make me happy. I fall in love with you when you hold my hand when I cry at the end of Old Yeller. I fall in love with you when you squeeze my hand tight during scary movies. I fall in love with you when you lie to me to protect my fragile disposition. I fall in love with you when you tell me the unfettered truth. I fall in love with you when I'm wrong and you let me think I'm right. I fall in love with you when you rightfully get angry at me. I fall in love with you when you get angry for no apparent reason and know it's okay to vent at me. I fall in love with you when you leave me alone when I ask you to. I fall in love with you when you refuse to leave me alone. I fall in love with you when you accept my faults as permanent. I fall in love with you because you know when I'm holding back tears, one of your hugs will cause Niagara Falls to fall down my face. I fall in love with you when you hug me and your heartbeat sneaks through my ribs and bounces around, leaving little bits of your soul that heal my emotional wounds. I fall in love with you when you say, I love you. You kiss my cheek so softly I can barely feel it, but your lips are branding iron dipped into the sun to emblazon everything I am with I love you ad infinitum. I love you. Thank you.
Having a barbecue. Give it up for Brian.
That was cute.
Everyone's falling in love with you, Brian. I'm seeing it in the chat right now. There are many people who want to catch your eye. You should be able to unmute yourself. Go ahead. So Brian, give that wink. I saw that wink on Brian. Go ahead. Oh, wait. Unmute yourself one more time. There we go. Brian, let the people know where they can follow you online.
I'm just on Facebook under my own name.
Awesome. Thank you, Brian. Appreciate it. That was
Gracias.
Brian Franco. Next coming up is Maria Jose Zuniga. Also, I saw Shifter Car in here. If he's still in here, shout out to Shifter Car. He'd be lighting it up on Thursdays, man. You guys got to check out the Thursday night open mic hosted by La Bruja. Definitely check it out. They got people playing music over there, doing some cool things. So shout out to Shifter Car. Maria, this is the name I have. Maria Jose Zuniga. Anyone by that name? Nope. Oh, I see it now. I do see you, Maria. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
There we go. Hi, how are you?
Hi, good. How are you? My name is Maria Jose. It's kind of like Mary Jane or Mary Jo or any of those. It's
okay.
Both.
Oh, wait, you're breaking up. You still there?
Yes,
no.
I'm still here.
Okay, because we break. Yeah, you coming in and out a little bit. Where are you located?
I'm in Texas right now, but I'm local to Bed-Stuy in New York.
Oh, and you're in Texas right now, you said?
Switch the Wi-Fi.
Should I come back to you, or are you good?
How is this sounding? It's just that sometimes we have two Wi-Fis, and it's like I can't tell which one is better.
This one is better. I hear you clearly. I see you clearly.
Sorry about that, folks. I'm like Monique, that I didn't know that there was a theme. But
that's because you're not following me online. You're gonna have to follow me online now at Advocate of Words. But it's okay. I'm gonna forgive you. So go ahead. Right. Even if it's not on theme, go ahead. Do your thing, Maria.
Great. It's Maria Jose.
Maria Jose. Sorry. Got it.
It's okay. My poem is called Hamlet in the Amazon. I stood at the edge of the sink, beholden to a flick of my wrist caught in the why and for what. My mother's face brought me back, but still I held on to the question of me. Me, caught in the feed. How do you like when you chew your fingernails down to nubs and your eyes are revealing your mind, making you easy meat in the feed. Stuck in revisions of visions of I don't know enough, or perhaps I know too much. So tell me, how do I go on? Scrolling through day after day of filtered daydreams from Amazon minds, feeds of online streams of me, and he versus she, and we versus we, they and them, and he and she. Well, sometimes it seems survival is contingent with thinking of your own me. But how when there are children who are not free in the so-called land of the free, and broken hearts in broken homes may never be mended, while bodies continue to wash up, face down, pile up on shores of plastic seas that rise with heat, protruding bones through snow-white fur visible, flame-consuming trees, ash-stricken air, islands devastated by not just storms, but lack of aid and care. How could anyone forget? Our legacy is our doing. Many who are held by or otherwise fighting complacencies or legacies of wrath or pain of ancestors' descendants. All of this was, is, continues to be felt, seen across millions of screens, But when the dangers of oppression are blamed on the victims of oppression, it's enough to make your head spin. Drop down to depression as you take in manipulation from those who seek to gain, even at dangerous costs. But sometimes I cannot help, and I fall to my own, I need it now. Because all I am is time, but I don't have time, so I go back to the Amazon in my prime, now, in 2 days or 2 hours time, when please and ease and here and now in a mindless jungle don't seem to be enough. I have to keep smiling. It's how I keep fighting. Holding on to that reminder, all we have and have ever had and will ever have is now. And the fight for now is for a day where perhaps no one will ever be hungry or afraid. So I stood at the edge of the sink and let go of the blade.
Give it up for Maria Jose.
So much, everybody.
Let me mute everyone, then we can talk to Maria Jose. Maria Jose, you should be able to unmute. There we go. Awesome. So have you ever performed on our Thursday night open mic?
No, I have not.
So this is first time. And where you said
first time here.
Awesome. And where are you located right now, you said?
I'm in Texas, but I'm local to Bed-Stuy, typically.
Oh, okay. Cool. So I appreciate it. And so what are you? Are you a writer? Are you an actress? Because like you seem to really get into it.
I'm a little bit of everything. I'm an artist, I'm an actor, poet. I paint sometimes. I try to find the Rouleau triangle of where all of these things connect. I love music. I wish I could play instruments. Not yet. One day. But yeah, for the most part, I just call myself an artist.
Yeah, you got that artist vibe, man. You got that your kindred spirit. I saw it when you were rocking out. Awesome. Where can the people follow you online?
I made a little sign for you guys. It's really good. _ Maria Jose Zuniga _ That's my Instagram. And I'll write it in the chat as well.
Awesome. Please come back. Now,
I will. I love everything that I've been hearing. You guys are great. Really cool spot.
Awesome. Now I have a tradition here, Maria. And the people who've been here on the open mic, they know what's coming, okay?
Oh, no.
That they know what's coming. So get ready, okay? Maria, I'll let you do your poem. I'll let you share where people follow you online. I have to ask you now, since you do live in New York City, even though you're not currently there,
Right.
Have you ever been to the Nuyorican Poets Cafe?
I have. I performed the reading of a play once, but I've never performed my own poetry. I love the Nuyorican's Poet Cafe, but I've never actually like done just like solo performance or open mics. So I had a recent encounter with it and I loved it. But I'm looking forward to come back. Yes.
Awesome. You survived. The community is going to love you. Make sure that you read the chat so that you can see what everyone had to say about your poem. Thank you, Maria.
Awesome.
Maria Jose.
Yes, Maria Jose. It rhymes with all day. Right?
Maria Jose all day. I love it. And I think that's important too, man. If your name is said a certain way or whatever, you make sure people say it. You get on top of that. So I love that. And she's been to the cafe. I didn't have to mute her. That's awesome. Maria Jose, make sure you come back. Okay, next up is the Withdrawn from Buffalo, who came late from work, but he made it here. Let me unmute him. Unmute yourself, brother.
My man, how you doing?
I'm good. I saw you were running late. I was like, damn, Paul con queso's not here. And then I saw you weren't here, but I saw you put in the chat you were running late from work. I'm glad you made it, man. You doing well?
Thank you, man. Yeah, it's been a better week. I definitely needed this weekend to just detach and, get myself right. So I'm feeling a little better, It's funny because like I was also a little late because I had to make sure I got food. And last Monday I forgot to eat. Like right after the open mic, I was ready to go to sleep. I was like, oh shit, I got to eat. So I actually titled this poem that I wrote that Monday. It's called Monday Night So Fire, I Forgot to Eat.
That's so good.
All right. I can't wait to have our first kiss. I imagine that it feels like we're back in middle school. Extremely shy, and you're sending your friend back and forth to communicate with them all the way from the other side of the gym. None of us have ever had a first kiss yet. So chances are that this first one will be sloppy and wet. I remember when I went for a tap kiss with my best friend and I opened my mouth. An awkward fart noise came out. We made out at her apartment on one of the 2 days we dated, and she told one of my friends I couldn't kiss. I was upset, but also hella inexperienced. Fast forward to her when the tension rises on who will make the first move. I end up making the reach first to see if you're with it. And when I see that you are, because you move in too, I pull back to tease and trick you. And if you thought this was that kind of poem, I tricked you. Why am I dragging it for? Let's get nasty. I can't wait to have our first kiss. I imagine that my eyes set sail between your hips. And although you talked up your shit about how good your head game is, that doesn't fucking matter right now. Because Nick is depositing his tongue into you and all. Fuck being withdrawn. I want to hum in it a bit, gather up a little spit, sing songs to it real quick, pause to take a note in my phone of how inspiring it is, that this will be the basis of my next poem. I'll write out with my tongue between your inner thigh these 2 words. Welcome home. I know it's been so long since you've had someone visit, and let's make this a forever thing. And pretty Miss Kitty will never again have to live alone. I'll bet your waves come strong like the ones at Far Rockaway Beach. I want you to fuck the shit out of my face till you tell me you love me. Drench up my beard till I'm like a little wet puppy. I love when you say my name when I'm in it, but it turns me on more when you call me papi. It took Valentine's Day at the DP for me to realize my poems about sex shouldn't make me feel guilty or give a fuck what people think. You don't like it, then leave. I wonder if anyone complained about the white kid's poem joking about his penis. Honestly, probably not. Fuck around and rewind time just to get on stage and say if anyone feels a certain type of way, you can choke on this motherfucking Puerto Rican and black cock. Go from talking about first kiss to a first diss. But now it's time to redirect this shit. I know I love that first kiss at the tip of the tower, right before her mouth blooms open like a pretty little flower. You feel the tongue go up your shaft like it's running laps in the gym class and goes the extra mile just because of the dopamine. Afterwards is always worthwhile. You decide if I lay down or stand. I decide that you don't use any hands. You tell her to wait, but she continues to suck you like the mosquito that somehow still managed to bite me in my ass even when I had a blanket and boxers on. You underestimated it, and so you arrived quicker than you intended. She promised you after this she was gonna ride it and you were excited, but now you lay in there with the artifice. You pick her up and push her up to you, gripping her ass while you're pushing her weight down onto your face. We gotta clean up after ourselves, so that means no drinks left behind. AKA you won't leave the bed wet tonight because there won't be a trace. I've earned the title penis poet at my workplace. Honestly, I should have been fired 2 summers ago when I threw a fleshlight at my manager that one day. The fountain of youth is found in the fountain of you. All I want is for you to be wild and out right now. You know, shoot your cannon right all over Nick's mouth. I can be hungry for something and I may not know what, but you provide me with something to eat and drink. A 2-in-1. What a bomb-ass combo. I love talking to the pussy and having a bomb-ass convo. You got better deals than sand clubs and Costco's. Tongue have you feeling like one with the cosmos. When I'm done though, we'll come to give our first goodnight kiss to each other before we go to sleep. As I then get to look forward to tomorrow and giving you the very first kiss of the day and the very first kiss of the morning for the rest of my life. Thank you.
Give it up for the withdrawn.
Please brush your teeth, bro. You're not gonna brush your teeth first?
All right, the withdrawn, unmute yourself. Bro, you threw a fleshlight at your supervisor?
Yeah, so like I got it as like a gag gift for my birthday, and then we're all chilling in the break room. My manager sitting right next to me, and I don't know, like I should have been fired a long time ago. I just have no filter on my jokes, so I was just like plop and threw it at him. And so he still tells me to this day, he's like, I should have written you up for that and fired you. And I'm like, but you didn't. I'm still here.
Brother, where can the people follow you online? Go ahead.
All right, thewithdrawn.com and Instagram is @thewithdrawn. Thank y'all so much. I love you always. Appreciate y'all. All love and always love. Thank you.
Appreciate it. That is The Withdrawn. He threw a flashlight at his boss. What the hell, man? You could start a podcast off of that right there. Okay. Let me move forward. God damn it, man. Y'all are the best. All right. Zachary Anderson White. Where is Zachary? I don't see a name. Zachary Anderson White. Where is Zachary Anderson White? I guess I'm just going to have to skip him and go to Jenna Fleeson. Now I'm joking. Let me unmute them. Gad, you should be able to unmute yourself.
Hi.
Hello.
Zachary. Jenna, we're not talking to you right now. Zachary, it's so good to see you, brother. How are you?
I'm good.
Tell me, how is Spokane, Washington right now?
I have no idea. Yeah, no clue.
Where could you ever be?
Yeah, it's like New York.
All right. I'm done teasing you. Go ahead, man. Do your thing, rock out, brother.
Yeah. I think it's kind of creepy that Nick was spying on me and Jenna last couple days. Okay. No, this is actually about a different woman other than Jenna. It's a good place to start, right? Okay, so this is I knew this woman, right? And she's like super attractive, right? And like it's like before I met Jenna, of course. Super attractive, but like she never could remember my name, right? And so I wrote a poem, I wrote a sonnet. I have two short poems. This is the first one. I wrote a sonnet to her to help her remember my name called "My Name is Zach." I think you're sort of cute, so you know. When you walk by, you smell like a lilac. You have the likeness of a goddess, so I'll introduce myself. Again, I'm Zach. We've met several times before, that's okay, but my name your memory seems to lack. So I wrote this here poem just to say, my name is Zach, as in Zach. Get it? Zach. I know, I don't know how you have yet to get this. You must be mixing alcohol with crack. Do I really need to write it in piss? My name is Zach. My name is fucking Zach. Do I know your name? Of course I do. Duh, it's Savannah? Sabrina? Sophia? Okay, so that's the first one. I have a second one. Another short one. So I it's about the love of my life. And I hope to spend the rest of my life with them. And so here it is. I used to be in a depressed morass, but now I realize my eyebrows are badass. If the statue of David were hairy, these are the brows that he would carry. Their fullness, what makes Leonid Brezhnev weep. They populate the dreams of Meryl Streep. The president's car they buff, the pillows of gods they stuff. Dictators use my eyebrow lashes as whips. Waiters in 37 countries accept them as tips. Their sass would make Mother Teresa moody. They once intimidated Judge Judy. 5-star restaurants use them as a spice. Their very sight made an orca orgasm twice. Next to my eyebrows, heaven is ho-hum. My eyebrows even wrote this entire poem. Thank you.
Oh, give it up for Zachary Anderson White. Give it up. All right, let me mute everyone and then unmute Zachary. Yeah, you should be able to unmute yourself. There we go. So, all right, Zach, let the people know where they can follow you online and about your open mic.
Yeah, so if you Google or put in the Facebook search Broken Mic Poetry or Broken Mic Spokane, you'll be able to find it. You can come. It's 6:30 Pacific time. It's not like this. Jenna has been there, believe it or not. So there's a couple other people here. It's a lot of fun. It's chill. You should come and enjoy if you're free on a Wednesday. So thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Zachary. So next coming to the mic, let me see if I can find them. It's Jenna Where is Jenna Fleeson? I can't. Oh, wait a sec. She's right there in the same box. Hi, Jenna Can Never Do Wrong Fleeson. How are you tonight?
I'm good. How are y'all?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. You were hating on Zachary's poem, man.
Yeah.
He kept interrupting and laughing, and then we couldn't hear him. That's horrible. I hope he doesn't do the same with you. Hope. I don't want to have to mute him. Okay, I don't want to have to mute him tonight. So, all right, I'm gonna mute Zachary. All right, go ahead, Jenna. Your turn to rock out.
Okay, so this like has a little bit of a preamble, right? So this is about my first kiss, and my first kiss was like in high school, and like I did competitive debate in high school, right? So like I was in a car and I had just championed the tournament. So like, you know, after you like win an entire tournament, you're like on this like, you know, you have this undescribable feeling, you know, and
Okay, hold on. I want to show you all of her trophies over here. Those are all of her trophies that are set up on.
Yeah. So so this is about like that experience. Anyways, okay, it's called Awake. Okay. I really missed making out in front of my house in random cars with boys I thought I loved. Boys who convinced me they loved me, letting them see me in my most vulnerable state, that is, being so close you might catch a glimpse of my permanent retainer, hope they're able to retain the affection I had for each of them. It's so often that in social gatherings when the idea of a first kiss is brought up, you think back to yours, have the recollection of the events pinpointed in your brain as a picture perfect moment. Even if it was weird, you still have a story. But is the perfect story with a monster still a fairy tale? How can the prince be the antagonist? When our mouths met, I could taste my vulnerability on his lips. The trophies of success laid in my lap. What I thought were butterflies filled my stomach. I didn't know they were bats. And I knew this is what I thought happiness could look like in that moment. Because I'd opened a storybook, had ripped out the page, recreated the scene in front of me, thought that meant I was a princess, found out I was caught in the middle of a nightmare and didn't know when I would wake up. Last year, he told me, Jenna, I shouldn't have taken your first kiss away from you. I shouldn't have left a woman who wrote poetry for me. I say, I couldn't close my eyes because for a long while I would sleep and only see you. They are open now. I'm awake.
Give it up for Jenna.
Hell yeah, Jenna.
Thank you.
All right, let me mute everyone and then unmute Jenna. Good. Unmute. You should be. Oh, I muted. Wait. Go ahead. Try it again.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now. We can hear you now. And I like my favorite line, also Ray Jane quoted, I could taste my vulnerability on his lips. That was awesome. Jenna, where can the people follow you online?
Okay, so I have a poetry account. It's called Jenna's Poems with a Z at the end. I've been posting poetry more regularly, so we're getting back onto that. So you guys can follow me there. And also you can come to Broken Mic, on Wednesdays, and I'll be there too. So yeah, good vibes. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Awesome. All right, so everyone in the chat is making fun of me because they said that I'm acting like a dad. So that means you want me to act more like a dad. So I have to ask you, Zachary and Jenna, was it weird for you two to share poems about other people?
No, I don't actually expect you to write poems about me.
No, but I have. The thing is I have, but here's the thing, right? So like Zach was gonna come and we were like, okay, we're gonna do this Monday thing. And then we were like, oh, maybe we should write a poem together. But then like, that was just like a lot of stress. So then we were like, no, like it's okay. Like we should write together, like not in like a you have until Monday situation, but like,
she was gonna write a poem and then I was gonna ruin it and read the ruined version of the poem.
But I feel like everyone has a past, so it's like, you know, focus on the now, and your past is just like
for poetry.
You guys are so mature. Boo. You're being too mature for young people. Boo. I was trying to cause drama. Boo. I'm pulling the chance here, man. Okay. Everyone knows where y'all at. I'm going to politely mute both of you. There we go. And they're mute. There we go. So it's the first time I've ever had to mute two people at once, but I did so politely. All right. Coming up next is Wendy Jackson. There is Wendy. Hi, Wendy. How are you?
Hi. Good evening to everybody. I'm doing okay. A little nervous.
Okay,
I
real
was
quick
just-
before you go, did you get your Tantalizing Productions gift?
I don't know. I haven't been home since last Thursday. I don't know if it arrived yet.
Okay. All right,
I
cool.
didn't check, but I'm hoping it did. No, I spoke to one of my kids today. Nobody told me anything, so I have to find out. I'll check with them. I can't wait to see that surprise.
Awesome. About 2 weeks ago, we had an erotic open mic, and we gave out goodies to the best guy dressed and the best ladies dressed, and Wendy killed it. Y'all missed it. She killed it with her poem. She killed it with her getup. It was off the hook. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up and I'm gonna let you do your thing. Go ahead, Wendy.
Okay. I just got finished with this, so I'm hoping that I try to make it lighthearted. I don't know. I've been thinking about this first kiss thing for so long, and I just couldn't put it in words until about 2 hours ago. So let's see how this goes. Okay. Did you ever kiss and tell? I didn't think I would, but what the hell? 'Twas the year of my mid-teens when I was finally seen by my secret crush on the dance floor. We danced, then he led me through the door. Down the stairs, outside the building, I thought to talk. Holding my breath, I floated as I walked. Lean and hard, his physique pressed against mine. Tremors coursing through me, this was utterly divine. No dream of the past compared to this. I looked up as he whispered, "Can I get a kiss?" I lifted my face, unsure and meek, to plant a peck on his delicious cheek. Lo and behold, his lips found mine. I must admit, it was simply divine. Our tongues met, but I knew not what to do. How can I face him tomorrow after this half-baked rendezvous? Shocked to stillness, my heart beat crushing my ear. I closed my eyes. I was shaking in fear. A shrill sound interrupted our moment of bliss. My mom had arrived in the midst of my kiss. My friend shouting and searching for me on a mission. Voices and footsteps shattering fleeting passion. Will opportunity knock again if this didn't end right? So I gingerly tongued his tongue, smacked lips, and stepped into the light. Did you ever kiss and tell? I must admit, it was quite a spell. Of fireworks I envisioned in my head, and uncontrollable palpitations that I would often dread. 30 plus years later, I still yearn for a repeat of this elusive, tender, tantalizing treat. Thank you.
Hold on, let me unmute everyone and give it up for Wendy.
Yes,
So
Wendy.
Thursday.
Are you blushing?
Wendy, that was great.
This all happened Thursday. That's why you ain't been home.
Don't
You ain't been home since Thursday, huh?
Chance was right, man.
I know,
I'd let Chance go on the interrogating you. I don't have much time, but like Chance put it out there.
No,
Is that why you're not home?
No, oh
You
no,
found
don't
him?
put 2 plus 2. There's no 2 plus 2 to this thing. No, I'm visiting a friend for a break. You know, Thursday night I was on the Thursday night mic, but I was driving. I was driving cross country. I mean, not cross country, but for 3 hours. So you guys were keeping me company, and I don't know if my name ever came up, if I made it on the 25 or not. But I was driving, and then my phone died. So, you know, I came to hang out with my friend for her birthday. So now I'm thinking of this.
All right, cool.
It's bringing back memories.
So where can the people follow you online, Wendy?
Walk Like Wendy on Instagram. That's it. My
Thank
name
you.
is right up there on the screen. Walk like Wendy.
Thank you, Wendy. I appreciate it.
Thanks,
Make
and
sure-
everybody keep doing the good things. Keep inspiring me. Make me smile. Thanks. Good night.
Walk like Wendy. And Karen Scott, I think she said the best thing in the chat. Again, what happened was, this is exactly what I want next week. What happened was, okay, so thank you, Karen. I appreciate that. Next coming up, I believe he is from Florida. We haven't seen him in a while, and that is Nightcrawler. Let me you should be able to unmute yourself. Nightcrawler.
Yo, what's up?
You're in Orlando, right?
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville. I'm sorry. All right, cool. So oh yeah, man, my Bears got Nick Foles from Jacksonville, but let me not get into sports. We're gonna talk about sports all day. All right. So go ahead, man. I'm gonna mute myself. Rock out, brother.
See, I really want to do some nasty things with you. And I don't even know your name. But the way that you look back at me lets me know that you want to do the same. See, I really just want to turn you out, get you to do them things you said you ain't never did before. And hopefully that perfume you wear, it stings my tongue, because that makes me want to kiss you even more. Wall, bed, shit, laundry room, closet. Me, I just want to see you practice with yourself before I jump in. Now, see, I told you when I first met you that I thought you was a freak. And you're like, oh no, I'm an angel. Well, that is absolutely unique, because see, I've never said an angel that when I asked her to undress for me, before I could even take a pause, my angel's already taken that halo off. See, I'm gonna have you on and off the wall. I call it that Michael Jackson shit. A splendid Twilight and symphony that when years pass will spark a memory. I'm gonna have you singing things you can't even write, even pronounce. That Michael Jackson shit. It's so funny how well I already know your body. I mean, what you thought this was about. I could feel you getting closer when I could taste your mouth get cold. Suck on them toes, you start to giggle. My baby knows she liked to moan. And I was infatuated with your swole, soft-looking breastises, even when you had on them real clothes. So feed them to me and suck on them for themselves. I like how my baby likes to like herself. A splendid moonlit and symphony. It's so poetic just how we do this shit. And when I hit that spot you never even knew you had, you snapping your fingers and you hollering new shit. Let's go. Your nickname to me is Joe. To see a double entendre, you know I'm on it, because soon as I see you, you know I'm freaking you. Before you can ask me how do you want it. Now it's me and you locked inside one room. Oh, whilst our passionate burns slow. And afterwards, we too tired to go out to eat. We got some Doritos and Merlot. To the kitchen, let's just take it to the kitchen, because you just proved you know how to cook, and you must think there's a mirror behind us, because you keep turning back to look. I said, I really want to do some nasty things with you. And I don't even know your name. But the way that you look back at me lets me know that you want to do the same. See, I really just want to turn you out. Get you to do the things you said you ain't never did before. And hopefully that perfume you wear, it stings my tongue. That makes me want to kiss you even more. And that's why you wear it extra strong, because you know how much I want to kiss you. It's so funny, when I step to you, you dissed me. So when you step to me, shit, I dissed you. Truthfully, we was on that petty shit, but our bodies can't deny. And now we're here alone together. So let's pretend we don't know why. Let's pretend your left leg don't shake when you see me. Let's just pretend I don't know them thighs. Let's pretend you ain't say them nasty things you said to me when you took that damn halo off. And we pretend you ain't do them things against that washing machine during that spin cycle, and the vibrations got you off. Let's pretend you ain't remember that chocolate and wasting all your mama with cream. We just gonna pretend we ain't mess up them bed sheets neither. Let's just pretend that was a dream. Let's go pretend that we ain't use that candle wax just because we wanted to experiment, but that shit was hot. We ain't like that shit. So we took a shower, and you remember how we experimented then. See, your body tastes like the sweetest candy whilst our passionate burns slow. And we were talking about Cheesecake Factory for the after party, but we still got the half bag of Doritos and Merlot. Let's see what I'm gonna do to you, and there ain't no words for it. And I know this don't sound right, because it take 9 months, but at the rate we going, We about to make a baby in the night. Thank you.
Give it up for Nightcrawler.
Oh, I don't buy it. Sucking toes, not happening. Nope. That's some country stuff.
Chance is afraid his wife's gonna hear. He's like, no, babe, that really doesn't happen in the world. Nope, don't ask me. Go ahead. You should be able to unmute yourself, Nightcrawler.
Yo.
Try it again. There we go. Go ahead. Nightcrawler.
Right.
Man, you need
to
come to the erotic open mic. Make sure you
Yo,
follow
when the next
me.
one is, man. Yo, I missed the last one, bro.
August 22nd. Make sure you come. Make sure that you come decked out. Everyone comes decked out. The
Okay.
winner gets a gift for how they decked out, and that poem would do so well. But I do got to agree with Chance on one thing. I think you're giving away your age, because these washing machines don't shake like that no more. These kids know nothing about that. But anyway, go ahead, Night. Where can the people follow you online?
Yo, man, I'm posting it right now. I mean, you can go to nightcrawler.com. That joint is actually from my latest book, Endless Night, which is on Amazon. And I'm actually posting it right now. So, but nightcrawler.com and the Nightcrawler, as far as Instagram go, those are the best ways to get at me.
Awesome. Thank you, brother. I'm glad that you came back, man.
Well, I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, make sure you come to the erotic open mic. All right.
I'm gonna be there.
All right, August 22nd. I just muted myself. That was Nightcrawler. There we go. Okay, that was Nightcrawler. Make sure you follow him. And yeah, Chance was right, man. You're showing your age. The new age washing machines don't do it. Okay, next coming up, I actually don't know how to pronounce her name, but she is the founder of Poets and Muses. And I'm gonna unmute her and I'm gonna try to say the name. You should be able to mute yourself. And I'm going to, and if I say it wrong, she could correct me. Is it Imogen Arate?
Imogen A-rate. It's actually an N at the end.
Oh, it's an N, Imogen?
Imogen A-rate.
Imogen A-rate. All right, cool. I came a little closer than I thought. I'm sorry for butchering your name, though. So
No. At least you didn't try to exotify it, which everybody does, which is like karate or whatever. But thank you. You came very close. You should be proud.
Thank you. I almost did. I almost put the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable. So with that being said, so quickly, Poets and Muses. You want to tell the people about it real quick?
Sure. Poets and Muses is a weekly poetry podcast where I chat with poets about their inspirations behind a poem. And Chance is here today, so I could just use him as my prop a little bit. Sorry. I just interviewed him. His episode came out 2 weeks ago, so you can go check it out. And I will put the links and all that on the site, on the chat after I read.
Awesome. And I just want to apologize that you had to endure Chance through an interview. You must be blessed by the gods. Okay, I'm gonna mute myself. You rock out. Do your thing.
Thank you. So unfortunately, I do not know about the theme. Apologize. So I have 2 new poems. One is called The Last of 6 Kings. Today we celebrate the life of one who strived for freedom and equality, who was a king amongst men, yet required no crown, armies, nor mercenaries for a loyal following, but with a sturdy spine that others did attempt to crack with the weight of their ignorance and hatred mercilessly wielded in truncheons, fearing those who wanted to break bread amongst brethren, and dying unmolested by the guilt of those who'd rather erase their victims from sight than reach out to grasp the branches of peace proffered by hands all too ready to forgive. He laid himself down as a bridge across the flooded divide for those willing to meet in middle ground. He took the arms from the left and the right and made himself the link that would bind. We were fortunate to have witnessed his angelical deeds and beg that we might be so fortunate to imitate his kindly masterpiece in our sincerest of flattery. So that's one. And then I just wrote one, it's called COVID Bling. I haven't worked out all the rhythm just yet, so I'm gonna try this. Mama feared I'd die alone and poor. I say, nah, give me that COVID bling. She didn't raise no fool. I see Cuba dropped domestic transmissions to nearly zilch. I can only laugh. Where's your freedom, you communist fools? I don't need your souped up 50 Chevys. I don't need your stinking textbook handling. We deal with COVID the American way. We'll shoot it with AKs. We'll invite it to parties like a prom queen, then douse it with our saliva exchange. We'll laugh at its Carrie impersonations. Can't tell if she's pulling a Brashaw or white privilege. Girl gone wild. Give me liberty or give me death. Other folks' death, you hear? It's the age for twisting old slogans to suit self-serving definitions. We are Americans. We are free. Though not COVID free, we rank 19th on the wealth index. Liberty from masks, freedom from quarantine, faithful to herd immunity.
Give it up for Imogen.
See you, Daddy.
All right, let me mute everyone real quick and then unmute you one more time. You should be able to unmute yourself. Imogen, can you unmute yourself?
Yep.
There we go. There we go. So let the people know where they can follow you online one more time.
Okay, so poetsandmuses.com. That's and it's Instagram and Twitter also on Poets and Muses. So I'm going to paste that and put it in the chat so you can follow.
Definitely give Imogen and Poets and Muses a follow. And hey, maybe one of the poets from here you can interview again. I mean, someone better than Chance. We got a lot of people better than Chance, just letting you know.
I don't know. I might have to run a lottery. You're all very, very good. So I'm looking forward to chatting with some of you very soon.
Awesome. Thank you, Imogen. Appreciate you coming on. Don't be a stranger here, okay?
Won't be. This is fun. Thank you.
Awesome. Make sure Poets and Muses, check that out, man. And for those of you who are just checking in, you're like, man, this dude Chance gets picked on a lot. That dude's my brother, and I do it with love. So next coming up is Rachel Ruiz. And where is, I saw Rachel. Oh, there is Rachel. I saw her before and I see that. Hi, Rachel. How are you?
I'm well, and yourself?
I'm good. I'm good. This your first time with the New Yo online? Awesome. Where are you located?
I'm located in Los Angeles.
Oh, okay. Out in Cali. Do you know the poetry scene out there?
I mean, I have I have a professor who I became friends with. He is a poet, so I kind of get like, I pretty much, I got inspired by, like, because I like to write, but I guess I kind of lost that motivation right after high school. And when I took his class, I got inspired. And,
That's what's up. There's a lot of poets out in LA, I know. That's why I ask. And there's one out in LA who's doing really well. Very good friend of mine, Jessica Starr. You should check her out, Jessica Starr. But with that being said, it's not about anyone else right now. It's about you. I'm gonna mute myself. Do your thing, Rachel. Welcome to the Monday Night Online Open Mic.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. I also didn't know it was a theme.
That's because you're not following me online. You need to follow me online. But we're gonna forgive you. Go ahead, do your thing.
All right, I have two. This one's called Pain Brown Eyes. My tears are coming out of my brown pain eyes as I look at this beautiful tree from a distance. How can nature be so beautiful and relaxing to look at when all I see myself in the mirror is a sadness, broken-hearted woman with no life? I'm feeling alone during this pandemic, feeling a sense of loneliness. As I look beyond the dark green tree leaves, I see beautiful dark leaves brushing against each other. I try to be hopeful on what I see, but in all honesty, I'm slowly losing hope on myself. I take one more look out that white screen door, and all I see is a beautiful gleaming sunset, of which gives me hope again. So there's one. And this one is called, I titled it Wild. It's insane the wild times we are currently in. Sure, it's a mess, but honestly, video conferencing with you totally makes a lot of sense. It's a new reality that you and I are both experiencing. Nothing can break our friendship, not even this massive pandemic. Because with the love and hope you and I both envision, we can ignite the world with open arms of hope, positiveness, and love. Yeah, that's all.
Give it up for Rachel.
Thank you.
Hey, Rachel.
Thank you.
Up in LA. Let me unmute Rachel one more time. Rachel, where can the people follow you online?
Oh, I'll write that below on the chat box on Instagram.
Okay. Well, also there's some people who are watching through the stream, so they can't see the
Oh,
chat.
I'm sorry. It's Rachel Ruiz, RUIZZZZ, 4 Z's. Yeah.
Rachel Ruiz. Thank you, Rachel. Please do not be a stranger to the Monday night, okay?
All right, thank you.
Appreciate it. That was Rachel Ruiz. And we are at the top of the hour, which means that one more time I have to thank the NEA, the New York State Council on the Arts, the New York City Department of Cultural Affairs, Amazon Literary Partnership, and the New York Community Trust for sponsoring our free online events. You too can support us with a tax-deductible donation at nuyorican.org/contribute or via the Cash App at Nuyorican Poets Cafe. Our next online open mic will be Thursday night at 9 p.m. hosted by La Bruja. If you wanted to sign up for that, you go to the Nuyorican website, which is nuyorican.org. You click on full events calendar, and then you would go to the date you want to sign up for. It doesn't open. The open mic list doesn't open until 9 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday night. You're signing up for Thursday night, but the open mic list doesn't start until Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. That's when it opens up. Next coming up is someone who else I think is new and hasn't been on here, and that is Casey Tritch. I hope I said that last name right. You should be able to unmute yourself.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, how are you? Did I say your last name right?
Yeah, you said my last name perfectly right.
All right, awesome. Casey, where are you located?
I am in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. I might look a little burnt right now. I was playing lots of tennis today.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Pennsylvania,
all
not far
good.
from us. So this is your first
Yeah.
time with us online, right?
Yeah, I creeped in on you guys. I didn't have my video on a long time ago, but I didn't talk.
Oh, okay. So you creeped out of the shadows too. I love it. All right,
Yeah.
cool. Well, welcome to the Monday Night Online Open Mic officially with your video on. So I'm gonna mute myself, let you do your thing. Go ahead.
All right. I also didn't know the theme, but I added your theme in. So this is called I Offer You This Poem. And
Wait. Is that what you were writing during the show? I saw you writing. Is that what it is? You were editing your poem for the theme?
Yeah.
Oh, Casey, you're awesome. I already love you, Casey. Go ahead, do your thing.
So I'm hoping you'll want to get a first kiss after this. You know what I'm saying? So
Wait, are you offering? I'm single. Right? No, I'm joking, Casey. Go ahead.
So if I am painstakingly honest, the idyllic newness of that first kind of kiss love, water and nourishment, breath, shelter are all that ever was essential. Now we walk together, and from a distance, one self has begun to compliment my other self. My one self looks at me and says, "What do you mean? We wear the same clothes," I respond lovingly. "We have the same friends," I say. "I barely know them," she replies. "You should," I say. "We have the same cool hair. They'd accept you." "No, they won't," she says. I take her hand in mine. "Let's try it," I say. In the past, we dodged and danced. In this new world, we simply sit still, slowly reveal, unfurl our mats, allow ourselves to be seen, throw our shoulders back and listen. Love more deeply, share more vigorously and with conviction. Breathe and breathe and breathe. Peel back the layers of bullshit to the low down, dirty shame essence. Come on, I say, it's time to do this. Clearly, I'm not needed. You better get with this, you say to me, shimmering your big hips around me. A hint of a smile shatters unbreakable glass until sunrise after sunrise after sunrise. I feel lighter and more certain that day by day, as you kiss me, I am reducing slowly to something small and of inexplicable value, naked and less afraid. Yesterday, I railed against A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Today, I threw open my doors to them. Yesterday, I was defined by H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Today, many of those letters have been swept away. Can I challenge myself with your hand in mine to cease indefinitely drawing lines in the sand? Every day is an opportunity to redefine what it means to love ourselves. Every day I recommit myself to love you more deeply by remaining together and farther, not further apart. From a distance, I am not anything and everything that I thought, nothing at all and everything that you imagined. I pause and dance in the light at the middle of the tunnel. I turn back. The dark engulfs me, but I have learned how to breathe underwater. If I allow it, the epiphany of a blade of grass intrigues me and intrigues you too. The electricity felt inside my body overflows my senses. I lean into the wonder of you. I let go of the fragility, the fear of my fragility, considering unprecedented levels of kindness and forgiveness. I see the palatial colors of you, old you, young you, rich you, poor you, black you, white you, hurt you, beautiful you, and everything in between. I invite myself to lay our mats right on the ground, right where we are, and suddenly I take refuge in you. The warmth of the morning breeze cascades down my body. I close my eyes. Our shoulder blades fall away from our earlobes. Our palms open. I feel relaxation course through our open fingertips. I hear the birds overhead. Our hips ease. Our feet sway apart. I wiggle my toes and it brings joy to my temples. We breathe and wait, and breathe and wait, and breathe and wait some more. You are enough. It is enough. This is enough. Together and apart, me, just me, alone and not being alone at all, just as I am.
Give it up for Casey. What?
You come back, girl.
That was awesome, Casey. You better go into the chat to check what the people are saying. You should be able to unmute yourself. Casey, you're fantastic. Where can the people find you online?
Made a little sign. Instagram, can you see it? Casey Trich, just like it says at the bottom of my little iPhone thing.
Okay, say it again. What is it?
My name, just like it says, Casey, K-A-S-E-Y, Trich, T-R-I-T-C-H.
Awesome.
I'll write it in the thing.
Awesome. Please do. Please do. And do not be a stranger. Okay. I know that you're lurking in the shadows, but every now and then, make sure you come out of the shadows. I really enjoyed your work. Thank you, Casey.
Thanks. You guys are fun. Thanks.
That was Casey Trich. Casey, like I said, make sure you go in the chat. Some people talking about your poem said some very nice things. So with that being said, the last person who's on our guaranteed list is, oh, where'd it go? There it is. Lee MS. Oh, there she is. Unmute. You should be able to unmute yourself. Hey, Lee, how are you?
Hi. Good, good. Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you for coming on. So where are you located?
Located on the map, El Paso, Texas, at heart, Ciudad Juárez, Chihuahua, Mexico.
Nice, nice. Awesome. So this is your first time with us, correct?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Fantastic, fantastic. All right, I'm going to mute myself. I'm going to let you do your thing. Go ahead.
Thank you. So this is both in Spanish and English. My main language is Spanish, and I do translations. So here it goes. This is called Chronicle of an Exorcism. This body is not a temple, but a haunted house covered with traces of past tragedies. 2002. The burning marks of your hands between the thorniness of my thighs. The wails of the legends we have heard since children building in the back of my throat as a red inferno colors my skin. 2003. I conjured your attention not knowing what was behind the gates. To this date, I can feel my skin crawling at the memory of your fingertips, marring the way I saw myself. Who is that face I see on the mirror? I have distanced myself from the past, hoping to call these goals just a figment of my imagination. 2004. Claw marks on my back left behind by the apparition. He sneaked his paws under my skirt and left a mark that stung until I was alone. I would never walk alone again, not at night, not at day. There was nowhere safe. The words that follow hurt more than the memory of fire. 2005. Your lips are mine. My lips are yours. We are bound by obsessions and reluctance to acknowledge our depths. No unfinished business, no afterlife to go. I should have noticed the carcass of us we dragged through the years. But I say this in retrospect, as I can now finally see you for what you were. 2007. Another set of claws wrap around my throat. I gasp for air and look at the fog melting from the windows as my eyes submerge. I could have run, but I followed and I drowned. 2009. Slender fingers burning against between my thighs. Arms now pinned against the wall by an angry fiend. I choke back the ghost of a whimper as the demon loses its grip and I run. 2010. Face against the sharpness of pillows. I must have left this body again. The sleep paralysis demon straddles me and I muffle my voice in the sharpness. 2011. I try to exorcise these demons. I lay in bed, sick to the core. The demon sleeps in my sleep until its insides twist and turn with glee and leaves. I bend in front of the bathroom sink, lights out, house empty, and let my insides burn the corners of my lips. 2011. I returned to the house seeking answers. I found turmoil in silence, the unquiet voice within my head begging for me to leave. I learned to listen to my gut right after. I left for the last time, but the ghost and demons followed through for a while, until they got bored and left me with my echoes of what was, who I was, nightmares awakening me from the deepest of sleeps in cold sweats. 2020. I have burnt the house down to ashes, and with it, the bodies of all my torments. A girl got caught in the fire, but she laughed and laughed and laughed. Consider me cleansed. This body is not a temple. This body is not a haunted house. This body is a cemetery where I mourn the girl that I lost to the fire and celebrate my rebirth.
Give it up for Lee MS.
Wow. And if I still have time, I can read the one in Spanish.
Wait, hold on. Let me mute everyone real quick. Let me unmute. About how long?
It's the same length.
Yeah, I'm not going to have the time. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's good.
I'm sorry. Just because we got to get to the waiting list and we're near the end. But what I do want is I want you to let the people know where they can find you online.
So I'm on Instagram, and I don't know if you can see my virtual background, but it's at Cadáveres Literarios. So
Move a little bit to your right, just a little bit. There we go. Perfect. Also, make sure that you type it into the chat so that people can copy and paste in case they can't see it.
Right. Thank you.
Cool. Thank you, Lee. That is Lee MS. Make sure you go give Lee a follow, and hopefully, Lee, you come back too. Enjoyed your stuff. I enjoyed it. There's a lot of new people tonight. Tonight seemed to be like the new people night. First kiss. It's our first kiss with them. So, and they've been coming in doing well. I know like Casey and Umberto coming out the shadows. They've been lurking in the back doing it. I'm loving it. Rachel Reeves new. A lot of new people. Also want to give a shout out. My Shid is here. She's always coming through. I see you, Ron. I appreciate you. Mariela Cabrera. This woman always comes on, but we've never seen her face, just her picture. We still appreciate you, though, Mariela. Steven Sullivan, I think this is his third week following us. So I'm Pip Squawks. Pip Squawks is always around. I see you. Thank you. I appreciate you, too. So let me move forward to the people who's on the waiting list. And first up is Zena. So let me unmute Zena. You should be able to unmute yourself, Zena. Hey, how are you?
I wasn't going to be able to go.
Well, we just got you in. So go ahead. Before we run out of time, get into your poetry. Go ahead.
Right. My first kiss was my mother's love. Who knew that 18 years later, that kiss would have been poisonous toxicity that hurts you like the bite of cobras that roam my homeland. But still as bittersweet as argan oil mixed with sugar on toast. Mom, I couldn't tell you how much love means to me. I look for it with guys that never treated me right. My first boyfriend stole my first kiss. My second stole my good name. My third stole my right to say no and became my obsession. And my fourth stole my heart for months. refusing to acknowledge he had it. I bend and barter at the will of a boy for his kiss, and all because the love he gave me, you gave me, wasn't the right one. My heart aches for kisses and hugs, intimacy only that I wish for through anxious dreams. I'm controlled by my interpretation of the butterflies caged in my abdomen, and I repeat to myself, pain is inevitable for big girls like me, because my papa told me that my mouth is too big for someone to love me, and my mouth has made my voice loud. My mouth is big enough for me to swallow a spoonful of love, and that my body is unhealthy for a man. When my body has been overused because men, you say, that don't love it, do. That me being the woman, not the girl you think I am, would cause my marriage to break like my heart is broken, but really they appreciate my, quote, experience, unquote. And to that one boy, I hope you're different, and I hope our first kiss goes something like this. Boom, boom, boom.
Give it up for Zena. Zena, where can the people... Wait, let me mute everyone so you can hear Zena clearly. You should be able to unmute yourself and let the people know where they can find you online.
All right, you can find me on Instagram on _Zena_Haji, like the name that's spelled right underneath me right there. And I'll type it into the chat.
Awesome. Thank you, Zena. And our last poet of the evening is Michael Sindler. Michael seems to either begin or end the shows. What's going on, Michael? How are you? Oh, what? You muted yourself. Try to unmute yourself. Do it there.
Okay, all good. I'm going to change it, go real old school real quick. Basically, it's sort of history because I just have a real issue with the fact that women for hundreds and hundreds of years basically been treated more as chattel than people. And so this is sort of two parts, and they're based on two different paintings in the Denver Museum of Art. This first one's Portrait of a Young Lady. It's from 1620. With oil paint, I marked his property. Within my eyes, despair is plain to see. I'll have no say about my fate. For a husband, I must wait. Adorned in silken tapestry with patterned lace of filigree, my pallor paler than a pearl. I'm a most unhappy girl. Lips pursed so sighs will not pass through. Upon my eyes, a haze of dew. This canvas an advertisement to potential suitors that will be sent. If it brings pleasure to a gent's eye, my dowry will be his prize, while I, who have no authority, must do what men will have of me. Who knows what home will be my stead, or with whom I'll have to share my bed, what treatment will be my lot to bear, brutalized or doted on with care. Viewer, if you my future husband be, I beg you, treat me graciously. I, whom you might call my wife, for women are captives in this life. And then the other half is sort of the after Elizabeth's tale. Yes, it's true, I'm not exceptionally pretty, but my father provided an ample dowry to make sure I'd be suitably wed. And when Mr. Bostock nodded his head, my fate was sealed with nary a thought of what I wanted, as if I'd been bought like the purebred horses regally framed, for which Mr. Wright is rightfully famed. And so I sit, and with his brush, he paints skin my husband ne'er deign touch, he who prefers to consort with courtesans of a lower sort, never caring about my own comfort. But I do not tally like a tart with those who try to steal my heart, because I know them insincere, and also because of fear the scandal of a dalliance might wreak if discovered, and then, so to speak, I'd be little more than a vanquished ghost, my presence unwanted by any host. And so I sit and while the hours away, ruining my accursed wedding day. Oh, for all those women throughout history who were little more than just a piece of chattel.
Give it up for Michael. I like that. Coming out of Diane Award. That's what's up, Diane. We heard you. Unmute yourself one more time, Michael. Let the people know where they can follow you online. Nope. You're muted. Hold on. Try to unmute yourself now.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, you can't find me. I'm hidden in the dark. I got stuff here and there. I'll put some stuff up again next time, but yeah, I'll be here.
Awesome. I appreciate you, Michael. Michael Sindler. The last 3 weeks he either begins or he ends the show. Also, shout out to Antoinette Singletary. She usually jumps on the open mics. Today she was just in the audience, wanted to give her love. One more time, make sure you're following me online at Advocate of Wordz. I got a writing workshop coming up, got the erotic open mic coming up, and of course all the themes for Monday nights. If you want to sign up for Thursday night open mic, you do so Wednesday at 9 p.m. A shout out to tonight's show producer Jason Quinones, the man with the best hair in the game, and I believe we've covered everything. So with that being said, good night, sweet poet. Thank you for sharing what you've written. Good night, sweet poet. Thank you for taking the time to listen. Good night, sweet poet. May your dreams be as imaginative as your poems. Good night, sweet poet. Thank you for inviting us into your homes. I have been your host, Advocate of Wordz. This has been the Monday Night Online Open Mic number 16. Next week is number 17. I hope to see you there, especially all you new people. All right, Jason, we're done. Take us home. Peace.